Yeah, you don't steal my line. Man's alive. Welcome back, everybody. Pure Finesse weekly recap. Malcolm's trying to steal my lines, but I'm just a little quicker than
I
him.
was gonna
Good
do the
morning.
the hand motion, not the actual
Oh,
line. I was gonna.
yeah, nice. Today we start off with golf because it's Masters Week in November. First time ever in the illustrious history of arguably the best tournament in the world, the Masters.
Arguably,
A lot of
yes.
people didn't think it was going to happen this year because of COVID, because obviously it's not in April. But everyone pulled it together for a November Masters for the first time, and it's been nothing short of awesome for a lot of golf fans and sports fans in general because a lot of people look forward to the Masters in April, but
Yeah.
it's November.
And Tiger, whatever.
Tiger started off well, 4 under, was in the top 10, and he's kind of fizzled out now. Saturday was not a good day for Tiger. It was even par, but
Yeah.
you could obviously see that there was some back issues because Thursday it was rained out for most of the first round, 2.5 hour delay, if I remember correctly. So they've been playing catch up all the rest of the week until today, Sunday, because Tiger I think had to play 24 holes yesterday, and it was pretty noticeable that his back couldn't take it. But the 54 hole leader was the number one player in the world, the PGA 2020 Player of the Year, Mr. Dustin Johnson. Started Sunday with the lead, and as of 11:12 of Sunday, he has a two-stroke lead behind Cameron Smith and your boy with the disgusting flow. Look him up, Abraham Answer. So DJ has never he's had the 54 hole lead or co-lead 4 times in a major. You know how many times he's closed out in one, Malcolm?
How many times he's closed out? 4 times.
That would be zero. He is 0-4 with 54 hole
Oh,
leads. So it should be a good
wow.
finish. He had a 4 stroke lead going into today, Sunday, and it's down to two, and they've only played 6 holes. So a lot of golf still to be played. But
Yeah.
the talk of the first 2 rounds was Bryson DeChambeau, who was the betting favorite, and I would say underwhelming performance.
Yeah.
My problem with him is he came out Friday after his round saying, "Oh, I was feeling dizzy. I wasn't feeling good." Shut the fuck up. Like, if you play bad, say you play bad. I don't want to hear
Yeah.
excuses. I don't want to hear you crying and whining about, "Oh, my head." Don't play if you're sick. Don't play, please.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you're doing
Honestly.
a lot of people favors by not playing and listening to you, and he's seeing you golf. That's just I don't like that. I'm not a fan of Bryson DeChambeau, but I'll steal his hat any day of the week.
And you'll steal his
Uh,
diet.
exactly. Yeah, can't you tell? So DeChambeau is still playing today, Sunday. I think he was 4 under, so he's playing well. Jordan Spieth, obviously, he has not played well ever since he won the. I would say ever since he won the Masters 5 years ago, if you can believe that was 5 years ago. He is under par. He should be finishing his roundup pretty soon. He hasn't played very well since the Masters win 5 years ago. So it should be another very nice Masters finish, and we only get to see Masters again in only 4 months for 2021 in April.
Wow. Can't wait for that.
So
Vaccine
since
out and
Malcolm,
everything. We'll be attending. We'll be attending.
yeah, hopefully COVID's done by April of 2021. Have you seen
Yeah.
the? I'm sure maybe you've seen it on IG or what, but the prices of food at the Masters
No,
compared
I
to like
didn't.
everywhere else. Oh, like you normally see like places that are like ridiculously expensive. The Masters, you could probably buy the whole menu for $20.
The whole
It's
menu.
unbelievable. Like a sandwich is like 250.
What?
Yeah,
I would
so I
expect it
think
to
it
be more
was
expensive.
Tuesday or Wednesday. A reporter asked Dustin Johnson, "Oh, what's your favorite thing about Augusta?" Like, oh, he would say maybe the sceneries, the history, the greens, the fairways. DJ, the sandwiches. Can't beat that tuna and egg salad sandwich, man. Can't beat it, I
Yeah,
guess.
just a pregame meal.
Well, maybe it's the price because it's unbelievable how inexpensive Augusta National is.
That's crazy. I would not expect that at all.
Exactly. Like I would say, you could probably get your full meal for the whole day for $10 or less,
Oh my gosh, man.
except the beer or the alcohol. Because I
The
went
alcohol.
to the Canadian Open last year. Yeah, 2019. Yes, 2019. I don't know. Days all messed up because of COVID. But you know how much a vodka and orange juice costs at Hamilton Golf and Country Club? Because it was baffling.
I want to say like 15, $17.
You're right in the middle at $16. And you know,
16.
it's probably
Wow.
about like it's the
Holy.
size of what you pay for a drink at like the airplane, like how big it is, like relatively size. But yeah,
That's
16
just
bucks for
that's
a
just
Tito's and
Canada.
orange juice.
That's just Canada. Canada's overpriced for alcohol.
Yeah. So still trying to cross off Tiger Woods to watch on my bucket list. So Masters week, that'd be a nice little grad. Well, if it wasn't in April, it's gonna be a sick graduation send off. Wasn't
Honestly,
in
yeah.
April. If it wasn't in April, like if it was, well, pain to say it, but if it's Masters week in November 2022, or yeah, no, yes, or fourth year 2021,
Yeah.
I would like that. I wouldn't like that, but I would like that at the same time so we can go watch.
Yeah. I would like that too.
So game picks NFL.
Oh
Malcolm
yeah.
9-4 last week. Your boy, Mr. Himself, 10-3. He's only 2 games behind
2 games
Mr.
back.
Goldface after I heard a lot of banter over the last couple of weeks after, oh my God, Malcolm's running away with this.
You've been pulling out these
But
one
it's back.
games.
Jacob's back.
He's
Only
back.
2 games behind. And we're in week 10, which there's still 7 more weeks to go.
And
So the race is far from over.
I think this week is going to be a big week because I have a lot of like games where it's like, oh, really? You would pick that team over this team? So I hopefully this is
We're
the
coming out with hot takes
separation
before the
here,
hot
the
takes even
separation.
happen. But because
Pardon?
Masters is on Sunday, there are 6 4 o'clock games to be played today.
Damn.
So a lot of football to be spread around the clock.
Holy, everyone plays at 4 today. Holy, I didn't even
Exactly.
notice that. I like.
First game on the clock, Tampa Bay versus the Carolina Panthers. Tampa Bay coming off arguably the worst loss of any team in the NFL season
Yeah.
after going down 31-0 at the half to the New Orleans Saints. Tampa is still favored by 6. Carolina kept it close against the Kansas City Chiefs. So who do you have winning this NFC South tilt?
Well, McCaffrey's out again, so there's no McCaffrey. Davis will come back in, be the #1 back. I think Tom Brady and his offensive juggernauts will come in and show up because after last game, they got to do way better than what they did last game. No picks. He's got to throw no picks. He's got to go for like 5 touchdowns, 300 yards. This guy's got to have a game. But Carolina, they're not like a great defensive team, but they only do allow like the 9th most to wide receivers. So getting your receivers involved, the fact that he has 3, 4, 5 people who can catch the ball, I think it'll be a good game for Tom Brady. So I take Tampa Bay over this one.
Yeah, Tom Brady in his 20-plus year history in the league, that was his worst loss ever last week. So I think Tampa Bay is coming out with a vengeance this week. Sorry, Carolina, but you're on the wrong end of the stick this one. It's Tampa Bay for sure. Next, the Washington football team versus the Detroit Lions in a pick'em. Washington costing your boy a nice pro line last week after Alex Smith threw 2 picks on his last 3 throws. Thank you very much. He gets the start again this week. There's no chance I'm getting with Alex Smith again. After what he did to me last Sunday, I go with the Detroit Lions. How about yourself?
I agree. I think I'm going to go to the Lions as well. Hopefully they get some. DeAndre Swift has some more touches because I like to see him have more touches. And he's really good.
Swift, correct?
He's not my fantasy team. I just like to see him get touches because he's a good football player. So hopefully he gets involved more. But I see Detroit winning this one.
Yeah, never bet against Alex. Never bet with Alex Smith again. Next, the Cleveland Browns coming off the bye against the Houston Texans after their win against the lonely Jaguars last week. Cleveland favored by 6 in Houston this Sunday at 1 o'clock. Not much 1 o'clock games like Malcolm said. Nick Chubb back in the lineup for the Cleveland Browns. He was activated off IR after the sprained MCL in Dallas, which I think was an eternity ago, but was only week 4. Does the Browns go to 6-3 and stay in the hunt in the playoffs?
Well, first, before I say who I want to win or who I think will win, well, you obviously know who I want to win. But Nick Chubb, we saw it with McCaffrey. McCaffrey came back, they activated him, he got injured again. I think Nick Chubb is kind of like, he's not the same type of player as McCaffrey, but he kind of plays with that physicality. And if you're continuing to play that physical, you're going to re-injure yourself. So I hope Chubb gets limited touches. They kind of keep Kareem Hunt as the #1 guy and ease Chubb back into it. But knowing the Browns and their organization, they're a bunch of brain dead guys over there. So they're going to rush him back in. And Houston's going to win this one today.
So is that you're telling me Houston's winning?
Will Fuller has a touchdown every single game of the past 7 games. Deshaun Watson's been getting better. David Johnson's back. I just think JJ Watt will contain Nick Chubb if he decides to play. But Nick Chubb, if you're listening, Chubb, which you probably won't, you're not ever going to listen.
Probably not.
But if you are,
that'd be nice.
Don't play. Stay on the sidelines. Stay on the sidelines. Recover. Take your time. The Browns, they're not going to win a Super Bowl anytime soon. Take some time to recover. Go to another team.
Oh, no, I think the Kareem Hunt's going to flip roles with Nick Chubb today. Like Nick Chubb takes most of the carries and Kareem Hunt comes in after him. I think it'll be flipped today. Kareem Hunt will get the most of the carries with Nick Chubb. Like you said, easily putting him back into the fix of things. But to say that Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, and Christian McCaffrey are the same running back, I think is preposterous.
No, not the same. I didn't say. I
Yes, you did.
specifically said they weren't the same. I said
My
they
God.
play
Whoa,
with the
whoa,
same
whoa.
physicality. They play
Well,
with the same.
McCaffrey gets passing throws, man. Nick Chubb doesn't.
Yeah, I know, I know.
So
I'm just saying
Kareem
they
Hunt
play with
is
the
going to
same
save Nick
physicality.
Chubb some carries today.
Nick Chubb's a big guy. Like he likes to run over people, so he's got to watch himself. I think.
I think you're on meth if you think the Houston Texans are beating the Cleveland Browns today. I don't know
Nah,
if your
we'll see.
brain's all scrambled from like all the molly you take, but the Browns are winning this one. Okay.
No, bro.
Next, the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, I don't have to take too much time on this one. Green Bay, no, just to keep things interesting. Green Bay is favored by
Yeah.
13. Do they beat the spread, Jacksonville?
I don't think they'll beat the spread. No, I don't think they'll beat the spread because Jacksonville has been Green Bay's defense isn't anything special. You have James Robinson playing, you have DJ Chark playing. I don't who's their quarterback. Is it still Minshew?
Minshew or Jake Luton or Lawton,
Yeah,
however you
so
pronounce that
don't
name.
know who it's going to be, but I obviously have Green Bay winning this one.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams putting up. I just think Devontae Adams, he's going to have a day, or they're going to maybe look for Valdez Scantling because they're playing a weaker team, get more touches to other guys. So maybe it's not a big day for Devontae today.
Yeah, I'll probably save him some field time if Green Bay's getting this game out of hand by the first quarter. So
Yeah, exactly.
NFC East tilt Philadelphia, the division leaders against the New York Giants. Philly favored by 3.5. If New York wins, they cut this NFC East division lead really close because both will be 3-win teams.
Wow, really? I do think the Giants do pull this win
I
off.
think so
Honestly,
too.
I think so
I
too,
think
and
so too.
I can't wait for Danny Dimes to get things going. I think he'll have a good game. Philly, they've been the whole NFC East has been awful this year.
Poo-poo.
So I'm not even gonna watch this game, but I hope the Giants win, and I think they'll win, pull it off.
Well, yeah, like New York's last two games have been very, very good games. They kept
And
the
their
2-point
defense too.
conversion away from Tampa Bay, and they beat the Washington football team. Thanks again, Alex Smith. So Philadelphia has got their hands full today, although they do have their number one running back, Miles Sanders, back in the lineup. So that will definitely help the cause.
Yeah,
LA Chargers against the surging Miami Dolphins, who have a playoff spot right now at 5-3.
5-3.
LA just can't not seem to get anything going right for them. Miami is favored by 2. Do Miami go and win their third straight?
Yeah, Tua shows up over Justin Herbert today. They're just 2-6.
That's
The
right.
Chargers.
Tua and Justin Herbert today.
Exactly. Rookie showdown. Chargers are 2-6. Miami's 5-3. I think Miami's rolling. Their defense is just getting better and better as weeks go on. Chargers, they're just if they do hold a lead, don't expect them to win because it's probably going to be Atlanta Falcons choke central. So, but yeah, I think Miami and Tua pull this one over.
Yeah, I flip that. I think the LA Chargers finally get a win. They've been too close these last couple of weeks. Miami's defense has overperformed by the last 2 weeks, getting touchdowns every game for the last since Tua has become the starter.
Love to see
So
it.
I do not think that they can manage to do that again for the third straight game. So I do think the Los Angeles Chargers win this. Next, probably the best 4 o'clock game on the schedule. The Buffalo
Yeah.
Bills against the Arizona Cardinals. Buffalo again disrespected by not being the favorite today. Arizona is a 2.5-point favorite after losing to the Miami Dolphins. So do you
I
stick
think
with the favorite?
I think Buffalo's going to win this one. Actually, I think Buffalo, after their big performance last week in Seattle, Seattle doesn't have a good defense, but Arizona, they also don't have a good defense. You saw Tua tear them apart last week. So I think Josh Allen can do the same thing. He's got a big arm, probably the second biggest arm compared to Patty Mahomes in this league. So I think he's going to be able to pull it out. But Kyler Murray, MVP, I don't know. You don't know. It's going to be a close one, I think, but I think Buffalo will edge over. It'll be like a 2.3-point win.
Yeah, Josh Norman is out for this game due to a COVID-19 positive test. So look for Christian Kirk. I know you just talked to me before we came on air, is that Christian Kirk could have a big day with DeAndre Hopkins. The newest fantasy owner, Mr. Malcolm DeAndre Hopkins, and my new fantasy addition, Stephon Diggs, going to go at it today.
I also have Kirk in that league too.
After picking them to beat Seattle, although Arizona Stevens probably give them a bit more of a challenge. Next, an AFC West tilt, the Denver Broncos versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas kind of on a roll, 5-3, favored by 4 against the lonely Broncos. I don't know what to believe with these Broncos, man. 1 week they come out and score 25 points and a half, and then the next week they get blown out. I don't know who to believe.
Well, I'm believing in the Denver Broncos today, and I think they're going to pull out. I think they're going to pull out the win against the Raiders. Like you said, Drew Lock, he's back now. He's throwing the ball better. He's not injured right now. I think they're not competing for anything. They're competing for themselves, and I think they want to get this win against the Raiders, who are still kind of injury ridden. So I think that the Denver Broncos will pull out this win.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs is having a pretty good second half of the season from what it's worth right now, running over Cleveland and running over the Los Angeles Chargers. And their backup, I believe his name is Hooker, but he has played unbelievable as well for how many touches he's only had, and kind of putting the pressure on Josh Jacobs to perform. But I'm picking with my heart on this one because the Raiders need to lose to get the Browns into more playoff contention. I stick with the Denver Broncos, like you've said, so there's no deviation on that one.
Yep.
AFC North, Cincinnati Bengals versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, the only undefeated team left in the NFL. Dallas Cowboys
Let's
gave
go.
Pittsburgh a scare last week.
It did. It
A
did.
very yes, that would
My heart was racing. Not gonna
that
lie.
would have been something.
That trick play where they almost got that touchdown, I
Mhm.
was losing my mind. I'm like, just tackle him, man. Tackle him.
Yeah.
Holy.
Pittsburgh only favored by 7.5. Joe Burrow is still on pace to beat that all-time rookie passing yards record held by Mr. Andrew Luck. But I think it's going to be tough to get some yards against this highly touted Pittsburgh defense.
Yeah, because they're gonna have to get the run game going against Pittsburgh, and that's virtually impossible. Especially when Joe Mixon isn't even completely healthy, and you have Giovanni Bernard, who's not like a number one running back. But I do believe in T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and not really AJ Green, but T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd have been proven to be steady, consistent receivers over week after week. And I think they'll get a big few, maybe a few catches and whatnot. But Pittsburgh, obviously, I think is going to win this
Yeah,
game.
no question about it. Seattle versus the Los Angeles Rams in the NFC West.
Ooh.
LA is favored by 2 points after Seattle gave up 40-plus points again to the Buffalo Bills. Is Seattle the most overrated division leader right now?
Oh, they're definitely the most overrated, 100% because of their defense, but their offense is nothing short because they have Wilson, Lockett, Metcalf, Carson. Carson's not out, not in today.
Yes.
Neither is Hyde. So, but Carson will be
DJ
back next week.
Dallas again.
Yeah, Dallas again. But Carson's back 100% next week. Rams, Jared Goff will have a day and a half,
Field day.
a
Robert
field
Woods,
day.
Cooper Kupp.
But I do think Seattle does pull out this win.
I don't think so. I think the Los Angeles
Really?
Rams do win. The one thing that's going to win this game is going to be defense. And one
Yeah.
matchup I'm really looking forward to seeing today is DK Metcalf on Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey.
Cannot
That'll be a
wait to
great
see that.
matchup.
Next, San Francisco 49ers versus the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans favored by 9 points. San Francisco, not much playing for them this year. Hopefully they tank to get a good draft pick. My question for you is, I was on the Mateus show this week. I don't know if you saw his story or not.
I saw that, yeah.
But do you think San Francisco drafts a quarterback in the draft if they fall into the top 10?
If they fall in the top 10, maybe, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. I think that they can improve in a lot of positions because of injuries right now, too. But Jimmy G, when he came back, he didn't have a good day. Nick Mullins, I don't think is that franchise quarterback they're looking for.
Absolutely not.
So they get in there. Yeah, I don't see why not. Like, pick a quarterback. Do you think it's going to happen?
Well, yes. Justin Fields, my boy from the
Oh, yeah.
University, will not be the first quarterback taken, obviously, because Mr. Prince Charming Trevor Lawrence from Clemson will be the number 1 pick, regardless of what team picks him. So the glaring number for me with Jimmy G is 63 yards in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
So I don't know how he's still a quarterback right now because 63 yards in the NFC Championship game. If they lost, I think he would
be out of there.
out of San Francisco.
He'd be gone. He would have.
But back to game picks, I do think the New Orleans Saints win.
Yeah, same here. I do
Exactly.
think
Your Sunday night football matchup, it features the Baltimore Ravens at 6-2 versus the New England Patriots, who barely escaped losing to the 0-9 New York.
Yeah, that was a close. You guys, when we were on call, like your
Oh
whole house was
my
like
God.
losing their
Okay.
minds. Like, no way! Oh my
Well,
gosh!
first of all, I don't know how they lost that game, man.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco, you're a seasoned veteran, man. Super Bowl champion.
Honestly,
And
Super
you do
Bowl
that.
champion.
You do that. Throw a pick. You're up by a touchdown. You threw a Hail Mary pick in the fourth quarter into double coverage. Why?
It's Joe Flacco. He's overrated,
Why?
man. We know this.
How many
We're-
yards
we're
Malcolm, did
AFC
they have
North
in the fourth
fans. We
quarter?
know.
How many yards did they have in the fourth quarter?
Well, like
Six.
0?
6 yards
Jeez.
in 15 minutes of crunch time to get your first win of the season.
That's awful.
I'm
0
no.
and 16's
It's a
coming.
good thing they're on the bye this week. That's all I'm saying. But
Yeah, they need that
Baltimore
bye.
will pull this one out. But it will be
Baltimore.
closer than people
Yeah.
expect because Lamar Jackson is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL right
Running
now.
back.
Sorry, correction,
He's a
running back.
he's a running back.
Like I'm
I
assuming
know
you're sticking with Baltimore.
it's so funny how at first. Well, yeah, it's funny since the beginning. Yeah, obviously it's Baltimore, but since the beginning, Lamar was saying, "Oh, I'm a running back." Had that MVP season. It's like, "Oh no, look, I'm more than a running back." And this season, he's proving, "Oh, maybe you're just a running back, buddy, because you
Mm-hmm.
have the worst passing offense in the league. The worst,
Which is not
32nd
a
overall."
surprise. Which is not a surprise.
Yeah, just not. You're run. You just got to contain the run, and it's over.
Exactly that. Like Lamar Jackson saying, "Oh, they're calling out our plays on defense every time
Yeah,
because you run the same thing every time."
exactly. John Harbaugh, not a good coach.
No, sorry. Or
No,
offensive coordinator Greg Roman.
exactly.
Monday Nighter features in the NFC North matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears,
Minnesota
who have kind of fallen
Vikings.
down to earth after their hot start. Minnesota favored by 3. Does Dalvin Cook get legitimate MVP conversation this year?
If he continues to play the way he's playing, then yes, he should. That's was it Ladinium Tomlinson type season almost? Like he's
Adrian
putting up
Peterson type season,
Adrian Peterson type
which
season
happens
too.
to be a Minnesota Viking as well when he won MVP
Exactly.
in '07.
Exactly. I was about to say the same thing. And I think Minnesota will win this game. Dalvin Cook, Chicago's defense is good. They're known for their defense, obviously, but Dalvin Cook is really good. They have Justin Jefferson. They have what's
Adam
his
Thielen.
face, Adam Thielen, but they do have one of the most overrated quarterbacks in Kirk Cousins.
Yes.
So that's an issue. Hand the ball off to Cook. Let him do
And let
his
him do his
thing and
thing.
get it
Exactly that.
to your receivers, and
Yep.
it's over.
Just get 200 all-purpose yards like he normally does, and get 35
Like
fantasy points.
exactly.
It's
It's
just a
it's
nice
easy.
blend.
It's easy.
Yeah, Vikings pulled this one out.
Yeah.
Lastly, The Weeknd was announced this week that he is going to be the halftime performer for the Super Bowl. You like it?
Yeah, I love the weekend. He's good. He's a good artist, good Canadian boy. Get him in
Yeah,
the
so he and
halftime show,
Shania
and
Twain are
he's
the
the
only
halftime
two
show.
Canadian artists to be in the Super Bowl halftime show.
That's crazy. But do you,
But
this is about the Super Bowl. Do you agree with them having that many fans that they're projected to have like 50% capacity
wow,
for
it's a
for
long
the
ways
Super
from
Bowl?
now. You don't know what's going to
I know
be.
it's still
Oh my
exactly.
goodness. Okay, first I'm just sorry. Here we have a little update from the Masters. Roy McIlroy making a charge. He is only
Really?
5 back of the lead. So he's got his
Whoa!
back 9 to play. So he is making a push at Augusta. But sorry, back
I'd
to the
like to see Rory win.
football. Who would you rather see in place of the Weekend? Because I had a couple picks.
In place of him? I don't know, man. I can't. I wasn't really concerned about the halftime performer, and I just heard that Weekend's there, and I was like, okay, I love the Weekend, so I really haven't thought about it. How about you?
How Post Malone has not gotten the halftime show nod is besides the fact
Posty.
because he's
That's
got a
crazy.
lot of good songs and a lot of different genres, and a lot of everybody's demographic likes Post Malone.
You,
Rather
you,
than the Weekend is more like our kind of, you know,
it's crazy that you
or
say that
8-year-old
because
girls who do TikToks.
yeah, yeah, it's crazy that you say that because Trevor and I, my roommate, we've been just listening nonstop yesterday in the past few days to Post Malone. And we made a playlist. It's mostly just Post Malone and like some other artists, but it's a lot of Post Malone, and a lot of people like Post Malone. So yeah, I
And a
agree
lot
with
of
that.
people older than us like Post Malone.
Exactly. I don't. My mom loves Post Malone here.
My
Like,
point exactly. So I think
yeah,
2021, or I guess that's 2021 Super Bowl coming up. 2022 Super Bowl, I think Post Malone should be considered for sure. If
yeah,
the Weekend doesn't put up blinding lights, he's not the halftime performer. Hot take.
yeah, yeah. Hot take. But we're gonna get into the association now, as Jay likes to say, with the NBA. More not a busy week, obviously, because there's no NBA being played until December 22nd.
Well.
But we do have a few things to announce. So Wilson Westbrook, he wants out of Houston, which was a huge shocker after we talked about how we thought Westbrook and Harden would stay on Houston because they just want to stay
Yeah,
there.
we nailed that one on a tee.
Yeah, and so who do you think are potential suitors? And does Harden follow suit? Does he follow Westbrook, or does he go somewhere else?
I would love if Russell Westbrook joins the New York Knicks. I would love
The
that
Knicks.
very much, so
That would be
much.
that'd be a
Tom
great team to
Thibodeau, the
go on.
new head coach of the New York Knicks, says he wants to make a big splash.
Win
And if
move,
Russell
win
Westbrook
move.
wants out, and the Knicks are in need of a point guard, him and RJ
The
chopping
coach
out the bando.
it's Thibodeau, right? Tom Thibodeau.
Yes.
He said to the I just saw this morning. He's like, yeah, I want to make win now moves with this organization. So get Westbrook.
That's a one.
That's number one off the checklist there.
But in
So
terms
yeah,
of James Harden, he's been linked to Philly. Simmons for Harden, 1 for 1.
I don't think that's gonna happen. You keep saying that. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think they're gonna change If they trade Westbrook, they're not gonna trade Harden. I don't think so. I see here you have Victor Oladipo. He wants to be traded out of Indiana, but I also did see that he also said, "I'm committed to this organization." So there's a
Yeah.
lot of back and forth with what's going on. I think.
Well, it was this season that he was talking to other teams while
Yeah,
playing games. Like, oh, do you think I should think and come? I want to play for you guys.
yeah.
It's not good, bro. It's not good to have that kind
No,
of
but
mentality.
he came in. No, because he came out after that. After those like rumors were made public, he came out and said, "No, like that's not true. Like I want to be with Indiana." I don't know if he's just saying that to cover his ass, but either way, I think he won't stay in Indiana. He's not, I don't think he's a great fit in Indiana. And I just don't think Indiana. After that, after you go, he's talking to the Knicks, joining the Knicks. He wants the
And the
Knicks over
Raptors.
the Pacers and the Raptors. Yeah, well, the Raptors are a good team. I'm just talking about like he wants to go play with the Knicks instead of Indiana.
Well,
But
I
it is a
know we're talking about the Raptors. It's not on the list, but Fred VanVleet saying he
yeah,
wants to cash out in free
yeah.
agency.
I saw
The
that
free
too.
agency begins November 20th, which today is the
The
15th. So it's coming up pretty quick.
Oh, 5 more days. Holy. So I don't know if Freddie's going to be a
Your
Raptor
France
after
is going to
this.
have to get back on the heels like we did in NHL free agency. Hop on the insider bandwagon again.
Yeah. Oh, my Boston Celtics. I love this when I heard this. They've expressed some interest in Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday has been one of the most underrated players. He's on the Pelicans right now, I think. Um, he's been playing good like good basketball, but he's in New Orleans, just like Anthony Davis. You don't get a lot of exposure in New Orleans for basketball, at least. And I think if he hits a big market like Boston, I'm surprised that Boston wants him, but
Me
I
too.
wonder what the package would be sent back to. So I don't know. And
Marcus Smart.
what
Marcus Smart
was
should
it?
be a starting
Oh,
point guard. Agree or disagree?
I think he should be starting point guard. This guy's good defensively. He can hit his three sometimes when he wants to. He's getting better about it. But before we move on, I also saw this morning about which player was it? Oh yeah, here we go. The Lakers, the LA Lakers, are on the verge of
Oh
acquiring
yes.
Dennis Schroeder from the Thunder.
OKC.
OKC.
Well,
So
they're rich in point guards, so I mean, I
the
wouldn't say
Lakers
that's
want
a
everyone. Like even here, they're interested in DeMar DeRozan.
yes. But have you seen the package they want to give up to get DeMar DeRozan?
No, what's the
It
package?
would be Mr. Danny Green returning to San Antonio
Oh wow,
and Mr. Kyle Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma. That wouldn't even be a bad trade, honestly.
Have
I
you
don't think that would be an.
seen the City Edition jerseys for San Antonio?
No, are they nice?
Oh my god! Do you remember like the '90s, like old school with the three stripes, like
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
it's that with the black. It's
Really?
unbelievable. But you know who's
Oh my
not
gosh, all
pictured
these city
wearing
jerseys
those City Edition jerseys? DeMar DeRozan.
from. Oh,
The
but he.
shoot, like the shoot to show off, like the reveal. DeRozan
Yeah,
was not part of it. So that really does raise some eyebrows.
yeah, because he's like your number one guy there. Who else can you name on the Spurs if you're a casual
DeJounte
NBA fan?
Murray,
No,
Jakob Pertl.
if you're a casual NBA fan, who else can you? Yeah, exactly. Jay's not the casual NBA fan, so exactly. So the fact that he's not there, I don't know. The Mavs are interested in bringing a third star to the team along with Doncic and Porzingis.
Russell
Obviously,
Westbrook.
there right now. Westbrook would also be another great addition.
But he
They
said
do have Seth
he
Curry there.
wants to be the guy
Yeah,
and
he wants to be the guy, so he
best
can't.
in the locker room. So
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe Oladipo. He's been linked to Dallas. That'd be kind of
yeah,
nasty. Doncic,
that would be
Depot, and
pretty
the
good.
unicorn.
Yeah, I don't know, but they still have Seth Curry there. Obviously, he's nothing much of a star right now. He's not like an all
Yeah.
star or anything. So yeah, I think bringing a third star to them, I think they'll be contenders if they bring a third star. I don't think they have a shot at the NBA title next year because you saw how Luca played last year against the Clippers. Well, not last year, this year against the Clippers, and they lost. Unfortunately, I was rooting for Luca after he made that
Mm.
amazing game-winning shot. But yeah, hopefully they're able to bring in a third person and make a run for it. So like Jay said, free agency begins on November 20th. So we'll see a lot of free agencies. We'll give you well on Saturday or Sunday again
We'll
next
be
week. We'll
busy.
give you all the hot topic, hot news about the free
Might
agencies.
go live
And
all day on Saturday. Could
we
possibly
can
do
go
that.
live. We can go live. Oh no, I can't go live Saturday.
Well, yeah, nice, bud.
I'm sorry.
Continue.
It's my anniversary. NBA draft is on Wednesday, December 18th. LaMelo is looking to be the number one overall pick. People are saying he's going to be the number one overall. What do you think?
You're in a fantasy world of LaMelo Ball goes number one overall. Mr.
Anthony
Anthony
Edwards.
Edwards from the University of Georgia will be your first overall
Yeah,
pick in the 2020 NBA draft to the Minnesota Timberwolves, who would love to have Mr. Anthony Edwards on this team because him, D'Angelo
and Cat.
Russell, and Carl Anthony Towns could be
Oh,
a pretty disgusting big three and could
that would be
hopefully help
nasty.
them lure some free agents and make them
Pardon?
possibly that it could help them lure some free agents on
Yeah,
Friday. Friday is the 20th. Yes, Friday is
Friday.
the
Yeah,
20th. So we get to the baseball now. A lot of the hardware has been given out. Manager of the year, kind of a shocker. Marlins manager Don Mattingly and Rays Kevin Cash. Don Mattingly, I don't think a whole lot of people give the Marlins a shot to do anything this
yeah,
season. And with the COVID scare they've had to start off the season and make the playoffs and even win a series against the Chicago Cubs. So good on Don Mattingly to win that and Rays Kevin Cash. I think it's a no-brainer. Took them to the World Series the first time since 2008. Had the
yeah.
second best
Exactly.
record in all of baseball, and with the third lowest payroll, I believe, something
Yeah, I
around
think
that.
so.
So good on him. MVP awards announced. Fernando Tatis Jr. Not one of them. Kind of disappointed.
Who's not one of them?
Fernando Tatis Jr.
I was gonna say the same thing. I really wanted Tatis Jr. after his performance this year, the short season. I thought he was gonna win it, but obviously he didn't, which is whatever. I
Yeah,
would have put money on it too,
but
though.
Canadian Braves. Freddie Freeman won it as well as
Freddie!
the AL MVP award winner goes to the White Sox. Jose Abreu, who I would say a lot of people that don't know who the casual baseball fan, Malcolm likes to say casual, don't
Casual.
know who Jose Abreu is. But
Exactly. Not a
he
lot of
did
people would
lead the
know.
league in RBI this season with 60 in a 60 game season.
Hmm.
And the White Sox did make the playoffs, so
Yeah, dude.
he is arguably one of the best sluggers in all of baseball. So Mike Trout, sorry, bud, but you don't win an MVP because I know
No.
you're always in the conversation. Cy Young Award winners. The NL goes to probably the most savage guy in all of baseball, Mr. Trevor Bauer,
Yeah.
who was looking to cash out in free agency, and this will definitely help his cause. Had an ERA of 1.76. Kind of nasty.
Jeez. 1.76. That is disgusting. Holy crap. But
And
it was
our
a short season too, but still,
will
that's
come
don't
up.
knock him.
And a
Yeah,
no-brainer for
still really good.
I would say the casual baseball fan, the Indian Shane Bieber winning the AL Cy Young Award winner, had the record for most strikeouts in his first 2 games to start off an MLB season with 24, and he just did not
Hmm.
stop. Absolute machine, well deserved.
Yep.
And probably, if you're not in SPIMA, you definitely heard about this one. Marlins make history by making Kim Ng the first female general manager in MLB history.
And
This is a monumental hire among
I think so too.
all
But
fields, not only in baseball, but in the sports world in general, because you're going to see a lot more females getting more front office positions because
it's
of what
about
the
time.
Marlins have done to make Kim Ng the first female GM in baseball history.
And Kim Ing she has like what 30 years of experience. I think she's the most overqualified. Like like I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying like she deserved this position I think a
It
while
has
ago.
taken too long.
Exactly. It's taken too long when you have I saw where it's like when you have guys like who are coming into their 30s and becoming GMs and head coaches and they're 30 years old and then you have these women like Kim who worked 30 years or how old these guys are 30 years to get to a GM position is really it's crazy and it's just crazy to it kind of shows how like male dominated the sports industry is right now and I think it is about time for a lot of these like you see I think there's going to be a lot more positions opening up like with the Spurs how Tim Duncan stepped down. I think you'll see
Yes.
another woman in that
Becky Hammond,
position. Exactly. And I think she might be like she could take over for
head
Greg when
coach.
he exactly when he retires and he's out. Why not? Like these it's not like women don't know anything about sports. It's or aren't qualified enough. They're very qualified. They're just as smart or smarter than most guys in sports. So I think it's just about time that this happened.
Yes, and just to stray away from the female aspect of it, I think you'll see more people who aren't affiliated with playing the game of the sport that they're in to get
Yeah.
front office positions like
Yeah.
Kim Ng, because you don't have to be good at a sport to know what you're doing.
Exactly.
So, SPIMA kids, you're welcome.
And then to end it all off, we don't have much NHL news, but the
Been
biggest
pretty
thing
quiet.
It's just one thing. They did give a little preview about the reverse retro jerseys. Some of them were kind of nasty as sportsgasm, if you ask me.
Exactly. Yeah.
What do you think? Which ones are your favorite?
Well, the Quebec Nordique Colorado Avalanche collab is
Yeah,
unbelievable.
that one's nasty. If I'm looking at it right now, yeah, that one's
From what I
pretty nasty.
understand, the New York Rangers logo will feature the Statue of Liberty NYR on it.
Really?
That will be very
Oh,
nice.
Montreal's is blue.
Yeah, nice, yeah,
I'm
solid.
looking at that. I don't even know if I'm a big fan of that.
So with these reverse retro jerseys coming out, it kind of dawned upon me, like when you're playing NHL, right, and you get to see all these jerseys you get to pick from. The early 2000s Buffalo Sabres jerseys are not in the games,
Don't, bro.
and it
Those were the
baffles me.
nastiest. Those
It
were the
baffles me.
nastiest jerseys ever. I love those jerseys.
I know,
Those are like my favorite jerseys of all time. That
and they're
logo.
not in the games.
Uh,
If
I
they're
can't
not
believe
the
that.
retro jersey, man, I don't know. I would
I
love
think a
it.
lot of Buffalo fans may be a little cheesed if it's not.
Like they're unbelievably nice, but some like are
Yeah,
kind of like reverse retro jerseys in aspect. The St. Louis Blues, I don't understand at all.
they're red.
I know, like
What?
it
What?
makes zero sense. It makes
Doesn't
zero
make any sense.
sense.
No.
The Arizona Coyotes jerseys are kind of sweet, kind of
Yeah.
Phoenix Sun colors.
Yeah. They're
Uh,
pretty nasty. Their logo. They had some weird jerseys over
they
the
did.
years.
You
Remember
know
their
what? Yeah, that's an understatement.
yeah. They've had some pretty weird ones, but hopefully, I hope a lot of them are just nice to look at.
The
Because
Calgary
even in
Flames are bringing back the horse.
oh really? So you
Mm-hmm.
have all these jerseys coming out. Like in NBA, you have the city jerseys, and NHL, you have
Oh,
these
did you
retro
see the
jerseys.
Sixers City Edition jersey?
No, I did
Oh,
not. Are
it's
they?
vile.
They're bad.
Oh,
Obviously,
oh,
it's the Sixers. Come
like
on.
kissing your mother-in-law.
Oh, jeez.
Exactly. Ugh. But hopefully we get to see more jerseys come out, not just threads. So if we get to see
Yeah,
them, you'll see
exactly.
it on our IG story because they're looking pretty nasty.
Yeah, they're looking
So
nasty.
hopefully Trevor will be able to come on this week for NBA trivia because the questions are made post 2000s. It's going to be good, ladies and
Yeah, I
gentlemen.
think it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, 15 for 15 or bust for Malcolm.
Or bust.
Exactly. So until then, we'll be seeing maybe NBA draft special on Wednesday night. Maybe we'll see. NBA free
Maybe.
agency coming on Friday, but Malcolm's too busy with the wife. So until then,
Saturday.
Saturday. Oh, so we got Friday night NBA free agency talk. That's what I'm hearing.
Exactly. Yes,
Oh,
that's
I
what you're hearing.
like. Very nice.
Very nice.
So NBA trivia, NBA draft, NBA free agency. What other
Wow.
sports do you need?
It's all NBA this week. All NBA.
Exactly. December 22nd, NBA starts.
NBA
Oh,
starts.
and no All-Star game.
Yeah, well,
Take that one off.
I didn't like the All-Star game anyway.
A lot of fans are unhappy on that one. But yeah,
Yeah.
all NBA for U.S. Thanksgiving week. It's Jacob.
And Cole.